Fish
Everybody's
tank.
talking about it. What is everybody? Everybody's talking about UFOs now.
Yeah, well, everybody talks about everything every now and then. I don't know what that even means. Here, say something at a normal volume.
Hey, all right, everybody's talking at.
Everybody's talking at me.
I can't hear a word they're saying.
Just the echoes of my mind. Dan started singing the song. Somehow I know it better.
That's one of the funny ones. No, I did a Seinfeld rap, but that's one of the funny ones where it's Harry Nilsson, classic songwriter, doing somebody else's song. That's his big hit.
Nielsen sings Newman.
Nielsen sings Newman. Newman sings Nielsen. And then most people don't know about this, but there's a tape called Nielsen Fucks Newman. It was Harry Nilsson fucking Randy Newman's sister.
It's lost. Though.
Unmarried sister.
It's lost, though.
Yeah.
It's like that Godspeed You Black Emperor cassette.
What happened to that? I don't know nothing about that one.
Oh, it's like a famous lost artifact of music.
We should try to find it.
They printed like 20 cassettes. They printed them out. It was a 3D printer.
That's great.
Canadians are progressive. They had 3D printers before anyone.
Yeah. That would be cool. You could 3D print a record. Hey, records could come back. 3D print them.
That's true. Why can't they do that? I don't see why they couldn't.
Jack White, you idiot.
Yeah,
Jack White. Quit getting mad at people fist bumping Trump.
And quit beating your wife.
Learn how to make a damn record.
Yeah. Oh, Donald Trump sucks. How about you quit beating your wife?
Quit trying to fight the drummer from the Black Keys at your kid's school for a fundraiser.
Jesus Christ.
You psychopath.
There's nothing wrong with Patrick Carney.
Open Third Man Records in Tulsa so my friend can get a job. The rumor's been there for so long, I feel you should put her life on hold for a few years. And it just hasn't happened.
Is that a rumor that he's going to open one there?
Apparently he has a house in Tulsa, and he's like, I'm going to open he's like, mentioned it to people, and like looked around at places. Because those are the big three cities. Detroit, Nashville, Tulsa. You know what I mean?
Boom.
What's next? Tacoma? What is he just following the Skyline Comedy Club branches? The Summit City Third Man Records.
Appleton
Third Man Records. The Worcester, Mass Third Man Records. Gainesville.
Jersey City's next.
Jersey City. I would love to be
in Jersey City right now.
If I was like a really rich guy, I would live in Jersey City and rap it really hard. And be like, I'm in the city.
JC?
And then everyone's just like, yeah, this guy's weird. I guess you couldn't be as famous. I want to, if this is what I'd do if I was like male Beyonce. You know what I mean? Like just the coolest person where everyone's like, we worship this person's thoughts. Yeah. Then it'd be very funny to move to Jersey City.
Yeah.
But if you're that type of person where people worship your thoughts... You can't move to Jersey. They aren't gonna let you.
They won't let you.
You can't make single ladies if the back of your mind you're like, this would be funny. If I moved to
you're not allowed
to Jersey City.
Yeah, your life isn't allowed to be a bit.
Yeah.
If you're that famous.
I'm gonna make lemonade, and then later I'm gonna like give my kids silly initials, and then publicly be like, I didn't realize it spelled ass.
Who knew?
Who knew? It's my.
Andrew Smith Sorgel?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
How would one know? Genital Schumer? This is my kid, Penis Schumer. Whoops.
Oh, I didn't even think of that.
Oh, damn.
Jeez.
Harry's saying this while unwrapping and holding a giant banana.
This is not giant.
Well, I guess I outed myself. I guess I added myself as I was going to say plantain eater, but that's not...
No, I opened the door a few days ago, and one of our neighbors who we hang out with had just deposited like a dozen bananas on our front doorstep. He just deposited
some cum into his lover.
He's
having a post-sex banana.
She came down dripping, asking for a paper towel.
All we had was a peel.
I said, quick, give me a minute. Let me eat this banana, and then you can put this in there.
That'd be funny seeing a baby in the diaper fashioned out of a banana peel.
That would be funny.
And it's in like a 1920s book about the South Seas. It's like a sketch of it. You're like, this is what they do. They have coconut bras.
Coconut bras, banana diapers.
Banana diapers. We gotta go back. It's a Tahitian treat.
He did tell me a story the other day about, or yesterday.
This banana boy.
Yesterday was the other day.
Yeah, oh yeah.
It is another day.
Today's the day.
It is another day.
Yeah. Did you have this hat on when he came up to you with the banana?
He didn't come up to me with a banana.
Oh, okay.
If you had been listening to me, I said it was deposited in front of our front door
he
for
just
us
left
to find.
it.
His wife.
Wife,
girlfriend.
But then you saw
know.
him separately.
Yes.
And he said, give me that back.
I want those fucking nanners
My
back.
damn wife. Every time we get in a fight, she hides my damn bananas all over the block. You gotta go back. I gotta find them all. I'm not gonna make my smoothie tomorrow.
I feel like I'm in fucking Donkey Kong country.
It's crazy.
Half the time of my life.
You don't see me hiding her cherry tomatoes so she can't make her damn salad. You're like, Steve, I want to stay out of this. You and Miranda are both my friends.
Listen, I like both of you, and I don't want to insert myself into conflict.
Yeah.
But no, I was talking to him, and he was telling me about, because he was in the Marines.
Yeah.
And he was telling me about a bar that all the Marines used to go to in Okinawa.
You know how the Marines eat their bananas?
With their ass.
No, they pull a yellow crayon out of the Crayola set and take a big old bite.
Are you disrespecting Marines right now?
No, I was hanging out with a bunch of Marines too recently. And I forgot how military people, they're like, oh, you gotta respect them, they're tough. And then when they hang out with each other, they're just like, you in the one with the planes? That mean you baby. I'm Marine. Oh, that mean you eat crayon. Army ones is silly.
Ooh. And then you mentioned the Coast Guard, and they all unite.
No, you're like, in Coast Guard, you're like, I sink boats. Boats stupid.
Boats stupid.
And you're like, aren't you guys like smart? And then you talk about anything else and they're smart.
Yeah, it's like...
But then you're like, which were you in the Marines? And they're like, yeah, that means I eat crayons.
That means I eat the crayons.
Like, what the fuck?
What just happened to you?
Yeah, no, I was watching these two people flirting, and one was a Marine and one was an Army person.
Two fellas?
No, it was a lady and a fella, and they're flirting, and that's what their flirting was. Which she was just like, so what's your favorite crayon flavor? He's like, I don't know. How do you like whatever the stereotype is for your one that I can't remember. I'm a civilian. It'd be stealing valor if I knew more than one. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah, he was telling me about...
Oh, you were in Army intelligence? So what does that mean? You learned your ABCs? Like, that type of shit. And then I'm just sitting there sweaty, going, damn, I wish I didn't bomb so hard.
I teach this Army guy his times tables.
Yeah.
If I wasn't nervous.
I'd hop in here and be doing bits about like, oh, why don't they have a branch for trains? That'd be funny. Those guys. I'm in the train patrol. And then you'd be like, what the fuck? No, man. But yeah, so you're hanging out with this fucking crayon eater.
Yeah, I'm hanging out with a crayon eater.
You're eating some crayons.
He said his favorite color was purple. So, I'm going to assume that's what he was eating. But
sounds like he's in the 50s division. If I had to guess.
But he was telling me about there's
Hoorah!
Jesus Christ. All right, Robert De Niro.
I'm getting into the art. I'm one of those guys who gets older and gets into the military.
Yeah, you're reading books about submarines and shit.
I'm doing push-ups in public. I'm just wearing camo in public doing push-ups.
Yeah.
At like farmers markets.
Yeah, just going nuts.
Then shaking children's hands.
Yeah, yeah, going up and saying you're a great citizen.
You're the real heroes.
You're the real heroes, children.
I'm just a guy in camouflage
doing push-ups in front of the honey stand.
in front of a lady selling gems.
Oh.
No, so he brings his gems over. He brings his bananas over. He brings some fresh.
He brings his banana gemstones over. Yeah. His yellow banana gemstones. No, he was telling me, he's like, yeah, there's this bar in Okinawa that all the Marines go to, and like late at night before they close, there's a old woman who comes out.
You know what I bet the Japanese call that bar?
What's
the worst bar in town?
Probably, yeah. Well, he said it was called Shadow. And he was like, yeah, they don't have lights, really. Oh. I was like, what do you mean? He's like, it's just so dark.
What is it, the Ren Fair? What the fuck?
Yeah, they have one of those, like...
They have candles.
They have one of those, like, never-ending stews in the back that's been brewing since, like, 1893.
They don't have lights or cups.
Yeah, you just drink out of your hands. Yeah. Just pour sake into the palm of your hand.
That sounds like a cool bar.
So they do this show where a woman, and not like a hot young woman, because I asked.
Yeah.
She comes out.
Not before you even know what the show is going to be. You just went, there's a show, and you went, was the person hot?
Well, it was pretty clear that it was going to be something sexual from the way he was talking. He was licking his lips. He's grabbing his crotch.
The story started when I was overseas with the military branch.
Yeah. And apparently she takes a peeled banana. And inserts it into her vagina.
I would think unpeeled would be easier.
Well, the thing is that as she has
a yeast infection, banana bread. Is that where you're going?
She's trying to make banana bread.
Then she lays down. They put sushi on it. She goes, "Hey, fellas, I got breakfast down here.
I got breakfast. I got dinner and breakfast.
Get some coffee, some banana bread.
If you guys want to hang out, I got a coffee enema
and
earlier."
Then everyone starts throwing up. Everyone's like, "This is disgusting."
I had a coffee enema earlier. If anybody needs a hot cup of Joe.
Then the cops come in and they go, "What's going on here?" And they go, "Quick, close the only open window." You can't see anything.
Turn off the only light.
Quick. Everyone close your bright mouth with your shiny teeth.
Turn off the light above the POS system.
Everyone with good teeth, cover your mouth.
But no, it's unpeeled because as she sort of slides it out of herself, she like pinches and like
cuts it into like
like little like yes, exactly.
She's making a sandwich.
Yeah.
I should teach her to do the half peel trick.
And then she finds the drunkest white person she can find.
Oh my god.
And is like, "Here, eat it." And they're like, "Yeah, dude, I'm gonna eat Japanese banana pussy."
Japanese banana pussy. Just one guy who came into the show late and he's just being polite. Oh, wait, free banana. Hey, I'm part of the show. He doesn't know what's going on.
He didn't even see that part. He just walks in.
He just walks in and he's like, "Hey, free fruit."
Oh shit, I am hungry.
Potassium.
I've been drinking all night. A banana does sound nice.
American strip clubs that got wings, steak, but hey,
steak.
When in.
What kind of strip clubs are you going to?
Ribeye. Steak and lobster buffet.
It's like a porterhouse.
Well, you don't order it. It's a buffet.
Oh.
I don't even know.
They always do that in like movies and TV
so they
shows.
fed the man the full banana? You said she was pinching it.
To cut it.
Oh, okay.
With her pussy.
So is she feeding multiple people multiple parts? Or one guy...
One guy is chowing down.
A little dipping sauce.
Ew.
10 p.m. shows fondue style.
Oh my god.
Jesus. This show's nuts. And then a guy runs up and an assistant runs up and puts some chopped peanuts on top of it. That's not what I said. This girl's old.
I thought you said show me the nuts.
I'm looking for a real cherry babe. And they put up a cherry on there. You're like, "Get out of here. I'm going to whip you." And the guy's got whipped cream. Yeah, like, finish that one. He goes, "Are you not going to finish? We'll give you a doggy back."
This ain't my mode. And then they come up and
come with ice cream.
scoops them in.
Here's an ice cream.
All right, fine. I guess I will eat this.
I mean, this ice cream's gonna melt. Do you even car that it's gonna melt? And then they look around and they're like, "You're pushing it, pal.
Buddy,
Don't push it.
don't press your luck. You're about to hit the you're about to hit the wombo or whatever the hell. The hell is that thing called? Don't press
Don't
your
make
luck.
us lock you up in a shell." And then they put a bunch of the shell on top. Ice. What is it called? Cream? No.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Chocolate syrup is the word I was looking for.
Okay.
I kept thinking hot fudge, and I was like, no, it's not hot.
It's cold.
It's cold. It's too cold.
Oh.
So that man, he was like, hey, my wife, my partner gave you a banana, and I'm going to give you an anecdote. He's just sitting there, and he's like, I haven't told that banana in Okinawa story forever. And then his wife's like, well, why don't I go put one of these on the neighbor's door? Easy conversation.
No, she'd never heard the story before because
She was there?
I was hanging out on the porch with him.
You then brought it up to her later. You ran into her at Kroger. Then you're like, well, this is awkward.
This is strange.
And then she's like, what do you mean?
I was like, you're buying more bananas?
More bananas. She's getting a big plantain. And you're like, Jesus Christ.
No, we were like hanging out on the porch, and she got home from work, and we were like just sitting there talking. And
You're like, quick, hide this banana in your ass. And you're like, well, she'll know. And he goes, no, she won't.
She won't.
She won't know.
No way. And I asked her. I told her. I was like, yeah. I was like, we were talking about the bananas. And
I like how you gave up coming up with a fake name.
What?
It seemed there like you were like, and I told him that. He told me the banana. It seemed like you were trying to think of it.
I was just trying to construct
You
a
were
sentence.
struggling for Michael. Or
I was just trying to construct a
David.
sentence. I was like, yeah, he told me the story about the banana show. And she was like, what's that? And I was like, you haven't ever fucking told her that story?
And she's like, bananas in pajamas? He told you about how he can only come while watching bananas in pajamas? I didn't think he told anyone about that.
Although looking back, it is odd to think that he told his wife that story.
Oh, yeah.
Although I certainly would, but I've also kind of managed to learn that I'm not really a good barometer for what people tell their friends or significant others.
I often find myself going, there's no way I've told you this story, but I'm going to tell you anyways, even though it's kind of, you probably don't want to hear this.
Yeah, you have no desire
And then I tell
to
the
hear.
story, and then the person goes, yeah, you've already told that story like 3 times.
And I haven't liked it any of
That
them.
happened earlier today. I was there with this girl in college. We were making out, and I wasn't really that into it. And she was grinding up on me. And then later, she's telling all of our friends that she was like, "Oh yeah, no, I was like grinding up on Dan's like dick." And I was like, "No, you weren't." And then we figured out I had a new cell phone, and it was in my front pocket. And it was like a big. So this girl's just dry humping my
your
phone,
cell phone. Yeah.
thinking that I just have a weird rectangular dick that gets calls.
It
That
vibrates.
somehow plays cake songs when it gets in text.
Was that your ringtone in high school?
In high school, not college. This was a college story.
I said high school, motherfucker.
Oh, high school, yeah. But not in this story. That was anachronistic to the story.
Oh, okay. Anachronistic.
Anachronistic. Thank you.
Anarchistic.
Anarchist Depiche mode. This Depiche mode.
Depiche a la mode. How many ice cream places have Depiche a la Depiche?
Depiche a la mode. That would be great. Depiche a la mode.
Depiche a la mode, yeah.
Yeah.
There we
People probably
go.
wouldn't
It's a
even
little
get it.
pun.
People probably wouldn't even get it.
It's a piece of peach pie with a little slice.
You're working
of-
there for 6 months, and then someone goes, "Oh, I get it." And
It's-
then you go, "Get what?"
It's vanilla ice cream, but they dye it black.
They dye it black, and it's got, it's a cigarette. It has a cigarette.
You know what?
It's served in leather jeans, leather pants.
You're right. That is a big banana.
Bananas, people forget how filling a banana is.
It's a big banana.
They're like, this is nothing. And then it's like, squeeze it. It's the same. It's like there's no air in there. It's solid. This isn't an apple where you can squeeze it and condense it into a juice.
Yeah.
This is a banana.
No.
You ever had banana juice? No one has.
I put bananas.
No one's ever had it.
No one's ever had it.
Remember banana milk? And then it's just like, are you sure this isn't just yellow milk?
I don't.
Because yellow isn't enough of a color to be different from just some weird milk.
Are you sure this isn't just rotten milk?
Yeah, like what the fuck?
Because rotten milk is kind of yellow.
Strawberries, like I know milk doesn't turn pink. I know milk doesn't
Yeah.
turn brown. I
Yeah.
know milk doesn't yellow. Ugh.
That's just rotten milk.
That's just bad milk.
That's what bad milk
For all I
looks
know,
like.
that in the late 90s, they figured out bad milk tastes like banana, and the FDA didn't catch up for a few years.
Yeah, it took a while for everybody to realize.
Guys going into Kroger, moving everything over one section and putting a new label on.
It was Banksy.
They milked these bananas?
Banksy created banana milk.
Banana milk.
Banksy's banana milk.
Oh, I would love that.
Banksy's banana brew.
He should sell chips. Like a line of cool, edgy chips.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What kind of chips is he selling?
Screaming sour cream and onion.
Wow.
Like a blasted ghost pepper. Not your grandpa's honey mustard. And he
I
could-
got some,
He could do art for all of them.
I got some
It's
honey
just
mustard.
Banksy's mom being like, you could get a job at a local brewery, and you could probably let you do art for the beers, probably. And probably let you design the beer label.
I got some honey mustard chips.
Wow,
here.
you switched it up. You're going with Pete's Pretzel Pete.
Well, I've never had these.
Pretzel Pete. That sounds like a
This is
Curb Your
the-
Enthusiasm character
This
from an
is-
episode if you don't remember. Hey, Pretzel Pete! How things going? They're twisted, Larry!
Larry, everything's getting twisted. No, Aunt Dot.
I had an Aunt Dot.
Aunt Dot, fucking man.
My Aunt Dot died over COVID.
Thanks for telling me that.
I just want you to know. I just want this episode to get pulled.
Is COVID is COVID over yet?
Remember when it used to be called Corona?
Yeah.
That's like a Mandela effect.
No. 'Cause
No,
we
it
both- What?
Because no one knows that.
Everyone knows that.
Yeah, it used to be Corona. People used to be like, yeah, remember when COVID first started? And it'd be like, hey, COVID and wait, what? Hold on.
You said nobody knows that, and I'm assuming that I'm the only person you've asked that question to so far, and I immediately was like, yeah, I remember that.
I've been opening with it on stage. I walk out and I go, cut the music! Man, no one knows this, but the Wuhan flu used to be called. Well, it depends where I'm at. I'd say different. I'd say Wuhan flu. Remember Obama? You know, everyone's like, Joe Biden's on uppers. That guy's on drugs. I bet Obama was on drugs.
Yeah, I think
You're
all the
telling me that
presidents-
every president is gonna get like a B12 shot in their ass?
There's no way they don't.
And that is kind of cool that if Trump is like, not only am I a real old guy, I'm edge. I'm fucking straight edge, dude.
Walk around with X's on his
Yeah.
hands.
He's like, I'm not
Black.
getting a B12 shot daily. I'm not
The
getting.
presidential limo opens and Minor Threat is just blasting out of it.
They're from DC.
That's true.
Right across the river.
Yeah. There's a picture of him shaking hands with Ian McKay in the
Yeah.
Rose Garden.
Yeah. That'd be fun. AI as you go put Reagan in early DC hardcore shows, and then you just tell young people Reagan would go check out the scene.
That picture of like Ian McKay hanging off the basketball
Yeah.
rim, but Reagan doing that.
Reagan's on one knee with the old school camera, getting in there. Reagan had a zine. Reagan had a zine, man. The first president was a zine. The first president doing mail order zines at the White House.
Yeah, like a president getting yelled at for like, using the printer too
Yeah.
much. Like,
That would be awesome scandals if there was shit where it was like not corruption. Like if the world wasn't corrupt and it really was just like an actual president, and there could be scandals where it's like they're eating too much chip dip. The Secret Service says the president's been leaving chip dip containers open all over the White House.
He opens one thing, a Sabra, and then he opens another.
Yeah.
He's not even done with that one yet, but now he's moved on to the pine nut.
The taxpayers are paying for this.
Yeah,
sure, it's part of a budget, so it's not like it's going over budget, but it's wasteful.
I understand there's an allotment for hummus.
Yeah, it's wasteful.
We've been trying to get him to go on to just the single packs. But he says it's wasteful, there's so much plastic on
and it
those.
cuts to the current president in the debate, and he's got a thing of Sabra and some pretzels. He goes, "You son of a bitch, I'm leaving." And then he leaves the Sabra on the stage. Everyone's like, "Hey, this is what he's talking about."
This is exactly what we were talking about, Mr. President.
What the fuck?
Pick up your chocolate hummus.
Bump, 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 bump. Chocolate hummus. Oh my god.
I've never tried it.
Me neither. Seems what's the difference between that and just a mousse? Is it really hummus? Like chickpeas?
I have no idea. I would imagine it is.
Weird.
Yeah. It looks like hummus. It doesn't look like mousse.
I'm gonna start calling
because mousse
hot
is
fudge
like
chocolate taco sauce.
That's a great idea. I like it. I support that entirely.
Yeah.
Do you think anyone's ever invented spicy chocolate sauce?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I had some Tabasco flavored ice cream the other day.
That sounds disgusting.
It was fine. They didn't go for the really hot ones.
How much ice cream do you eat?
Not a lot. Well, I was on a tour.
That ain't no excuse.
I was on a tour. I used to eat ice cream too much, and now I eat it once a month. Maybe.
Maybe.
But I had some Tabasco ice cream.
And that's how you used your once a month pass for ice cream?
Well, I only had I had a spoonful of each of the two flavors.
Okay.
And then I went.
So you just went into an ice cream shop and took some samples and left?
No, I was at the Tabasco factory in Louisiana. They make it all in one place. It's one family. Their name's on the top of the bottle, and no one has ever noticed.
I don't. Yeah, I have.
What does it say on the top of the bottle? Tabasco.
Tabasco.
Idiot. Now it's one family, the McElhenney family, from Avery Island. It's not an island though. It's not Eric. If you're trying to see an island, you're gonna be mistaken. No, it's wild because when you're on a bourbon tour, they're like, "Oh, and here's the warehouse with all the bourbon," and you can kind of smell the bourbon in the air.
Yeah.
On this, they're like, "Here's the warehouse with all of the Tabasco," and
don't breathe too
now
heavy.
Go cry in the woods for 10 minutes.
Oh yeah, it does say McElhenney Company.
Yeah.
Are you sure this isn't a Mandela effect thing?
No, I went there, man. I saw the history.
Avery Island, L.A.
Avery Island, L.A. It's right there on Santa Monica Boulevard.
I think you went to a different place, man.
I was at the Roxy. I went and saw where they made Tabasco.
For a gallon of Tabasco, it's $41.99.
What did you think it would be?
The supply chain.
More or less?
The supply chain these days.
Do you think it should be more or less?
Well, it's just in a big plastic bottle, so it's not glass. I think it should be,
Let's Price is Right some Tabasco products. What does a normal bottle go for?
I haven't looked.
I bet you looked.
I didn't look.
You looked.
I didn't look. I bet just a regular bottle of Tabasco is probably about...
Eric gets his eyes covered and I'm stealing his computer.
It's
When he
about...
opens that up.
I'm going to guess $3.99.
No, I meant how many Scoville units.
That's not how Price is Right works. Although that would be an interesting game show.
That'd be an awesome game.
That's a great idea. Cut that.
Yeah.
We got to do that.
How hot is this?
Yeah, just hand people shit. Be like, how many Scovilles do you think this is?
Dude, that could be a spin-off for
of Hot Ones.
Hot
Yeah,
Ones.
that would be a great spin-off for Hot
We
Ones.
should be like, hey man, we have another idea for you.
Yeah. We got pitched.
You know how you had that one idea? Here's another.
And never another one.
Here's another.
You know how you've never had another idea after that? How about we help you out with that?
Has anyone ever like thrown up? Like sometimes people just have weird reactions to shit. Like has anyone ever started coughing and then thrown up?
Well, I listened to a story he told. I mean, it wasn't a very long story, but he was talking about how DJ Khaled just like didn't get the show. He was like, "Yeah, DJ Khaled showed up and he's just eating pizza." He's like, and then 3 wings in, he just goes, "This is too hot," and just quit.
Wait, why is the pizza a problem?
Because they're about to eat 10 chicken wings.
That's not a lot of wings.
Yeah, but they're also like
everyone eat all 10
wings.
I've never watched that show.
Well, you don't have to like finish the wing.
Yeah, but you have to go all 10.
Yeah, I don't think. I mean, I guess there's probably people who have tapped out.
You're like, I can only do 2. These are too hot. I'm full.
Well, that's what DJ Khaled did.
Yeah, but he's a DJ.
And then he got on his jet ski and
he got lost.
He got so lost.
He got lost on his jet ski.
Yo, I'm so lost.
You probably got lost because his eyes were all
wet
and watery from the hot
from all
wings.
those hot wings.
Where do they do hot ones? Buffalo?
You know where they do it.
L.A., New York?
Yeah, of course.
Atlanta.
L.A.
Lemon peppered ones. My God, this is so citric, but also peppery. God damn, I'm gonna sneeze, but also the tiny little cut in my tongue is burning.
You like a lemon pepper wing?
It's fine.
You go to a
I'm not a big wing
BW3's,
guy.
what are you getting?
Directions to go somewhere else. What am I getting? I'm getting a weird look from the hostess when I come out of the bathroom and go, I'm in the wrong place.
How do I get to the Jack in the Box?
I swear, I'm supposed to meet people here.
By the way, I think the wait is coming closer to being over. They've broken ground on the J in the Bay.
Really?
In Louisville.
Louisville's first Jack in the Box.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's happening, baby.
It's going to pop out of the ground. That's how they build it. They build a larger foundation. They put the Jack in the Box inside.
Yeah. They're going to airdrop a Jack in the Box. No, I'm excited, man.
What are you going to get? What's your first order?
Man. I think I just got to get a Jumbo Jack.
You are wearing a kid's cowboy hat.
This is not a cowboy hat.
Eric is a hat
for
on.
children.
It's not for children.
If you put this on a child, it would be a crime.
Yeah.
No, I'm wearing a straw hat.
Yeah, Eric looks like he's I described it as it looks like he's driving. I'm gonna pass him on the highway, and he's driving a shitty truck with all blinkers on.
All blinkers.
Wearing that
What the fuck does that even mean?
He's talking about have hazard lights, but also turn signal. Like, and you can tell because they're on different rhythms.
Both turn signals.
They're on different rhythms.
Both turn signals are going.
Yeah.
And also my lights are flashing.
Yeah.
Like the high beams are just constantly flashing.
Even your like door ajar light is on.
And then you pull up beside me and I'm just like, I don't know.
And I pass you, and then you look very sweaty and nod and drink a huge Gatorade.
It's just the biggest.
Yeah. No, Eric looks like he's earning an honest living.
Yeah, I look like I'm farming. You know, like I'm pulling some weeds.
Farming.
I look like I got a bit of a green thumb.
A green
And
thumb,
not the kind
huh?
of green thumb you got, you fucking degenerate.
Ooh. Hey, get that out of there.
When's the last time you put a thumb in someone's asshole?
Oh, never. A thumb?
No.
Oh, never. Well, to carry a person. You go, this amusement park's too big. Hop on.
Let's get going.
And then you run over to the scrambler.
Man, I want to get on a scrambler.
I want to get on a lazy river.
I want to get on a Gravitron.
Oh, what's that one?
That's the one
Spin
where you,
around?
you like get caught on the
Ooh,
wall.
that one's scary.
Yeah. That's why I want
That one's
to do
scary until you know about science. Because at first you're like, damn, I'm going to fall to my death in here. And then some nerd goes, no, it's okay.
It's literally impossible for you to fall. That's like the whole point of
It's
this ride.
science. We built a death machine.
Built a suicide tron.
There's a death machine at this local strawberry festival.
Well, I've been playing so much darts. I want to go do the balloon thing.
Oh, man.
See if I can win my gal a little teddy bear.
At the Ren Fair the other day, I was throwing, and I threw 6 swords. No, not swords, knives.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, you gotta throw them like this. And I was like, first off,
Don't fucking tell me what to do while I'm holding a knife.
yeah, first off, I've got 6 of these. And then he ran over to the axe throwing stand next to it, and I was like, well, damn. Now I'm fucked. And then I said, why don't we both team up and beat up the throwing star guy? No, he's like, you throw them like this. And then I threw like 4 of them, and then like nothing. And then I was like, fuck that. I'm just going to throw it like a cool guy in a movie.
Yeah.
And then I did that. Boom. Stuck right in the wood. And then I was like, God damn.
How close to like any sort of like target were you though?
If I hit the wood is the target.
You just have to hit just the wood. It's
Well,
not.
I was in a circle. Most of them
circle?
don't hit. Most people and most throws, it just goes bing and then falls.
Yeah.
But then I went. It turns out I'm good at throwing knives if I have my back to it, and someone goes behind you. And I go, no, man. But I was throwing knives. Why are we talking about throwing knives?
Because I was saying I wanted to play the dart balloon game at a carnival.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say though, man. Knives is what bars should have.
As a form of entertainment?
Yeah, darts
Instead of the axes?
No, that axes are an axe throwing bar.
Yeah.
I mean, instead of darts, you just go to the bartender and you ask for 6 knives. And then you don't even need a dartboard. You can just paint a corner of a wall.
Until it's just destroyed.
Yeah, and then people can throw the knives.
This doesn't sound like a liability.
This would be fun.
It would be fun. It'd be a blast. I would buy those darts every day.
Hiya!
I wouldn't do that.
What would you say when you threw the knife?
Bonsai!
Bonsai! You ever throw a knife?
I've thrown a lot of knives in my day.
No, I was also insulted that the guy at the Renaissance Fair is telling me, a guy from 700 years in the future, how to do anything.
Yeah. Like, motherfucker, I got an iPhone.
If I need to know how to die of the plague, I'll talk to you.
Yeah, if I need to know how to die of syphilis.
If I need to know how to eat mud.
If I need to know how to die of syphilis after I fuck my sister, I'll fucking give you a call.
You got a big old turkey leg. I'm eating a euro. No, I was eating a turkey. I should have gotten a euro.
They have euros there?
They do, yeah, it's very funny. So like, we got turkey legs and Scotch eggs. And I feel like I'm starting to rhyme. Turkey legs, Scotch eggs. No, they like that kind of shit, and then also there's like you can get a euro,
You get a slice of pizza.
You get like a veggie sandwich, with, like tofu, slice pizza.
You want a club?
Do you want mead? Or we're out of High Life, but we also have White Claw.
Sorry, we're out of mango, but we still have
fine
black
grog
cherry.
for the lady, and Mike's hard lemonade.
Hard.
Man, I got to meet the king. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
He was young, which surprised me.
As many kings are young.
I guess that's
The prince
true.
and the pauper.
That is true. Great point. That's actually a great. I should have told him that. Damn, you should have come to the Ren Fair. You could have.
I would have
Made me
come.
seem smarter.
It sounds fun.
No, the king. Someone told me like, yeah, he's new. It used to be this guy who was doing it for like 20 years.
Yeah.
And then I was like walking up to people. And I was like, "How long have you been doing the Ren Fair?" And they'd be like, "I've been doing it for like 5 years." And I was like, "Were you doing it when that old guy was the king still?" And they're like, "Yeah." And I'd be like, "How big of a dick was that guy?" I bet. And no one would answer me because the king has ears everywhere.
But did they... Even in the afterlife.
Even in death, the king has great power. I mean, these fucking Scottish dummies think so.
Yeah.
They don't even know what
Is this a
Apple
Scottish?
Pay is.
Is this a Scottish specific Ren Fair? What do you keep
Well,
saying, Scottish?
as you enter, there's a sign that's like, "Welcome to Scotland in the whatever the fuck time." 1350. King Robert the Bruce.
Oh.
Who's that fucking guy?
Tell me more.
I just kept walking around going, "There's a whole new land if we go west." You guys gotta trust me.
Just get in a boat and go.
Somebody trust me.
You're gonna meet these really.
Oh,
Jesus Christ!
Thou'st has a frog in thou'st, belly.
You're gonna meet these really cool people. Don't kill all of them.
Don't kill all of them.
Let them hang.
No, when I left,
You guys should work together.
Yeah, they should all team up. The Ren Fair should invade another Ren Fair.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
Like warring Ren Fairs.
Yeah.
Did you watch any jousting?
I watched a game, a match.
I guess a match would be.
I watched a man be fake killed by a sword and two horses be very confused.
Did you get into any sword fights?
No, but I was cheering the jousting real good.
Yeah.
And then I threw some knives. I watched a mud show.
I'm not quite sure what that means. Sounds sexual.
Neither
and
was
I don't
I.
appreciate it.
You were right on the money there. No, well, first off, it's just there's a sign that says mud show in this area where it's like a big mud pit stage thing. And you're like, what the fuck? And then all of a sudden, these two guys are like, mud show's starting soon. The one guy actually I pointed to because he's walking around shirtless with a bunch of bad tattoos and just basketball shorts and no shoes.
Nice.
And then I pointed to that guy, and I was like, that guy's the wizard of hard drugs. And then, actually, I said wizard of loneliness, but I don't know if our listeners know Nathan for you. But then that guy, turns out he was the star of the mud show.
Oh.
So he and the other guys are going, mud show, 10 minutes. And we're like, I don't know what the fuck that is. And it's just these two guys. And they're like, all right, no one sit in the front row or you'll get muddy. Or like the second row or the third row.
Don't show up.
And yeah,
Don't
just don't
watch
everyone
this.
scoot back. Just as far as you can. And then they're like, and so it's clear they're going to throw each other in the mud and do dumb shit and splash mud everywhere. But then 2 minutes into the show, a bunch of parents and kids come up and they're like, oh, perfect, a show. No one's in the front row. We'll sit here and we'll all, chicken fingers. So then slowly through the show, kids are just getting splashed with mud and parents are like screaming. The mom is like, you got mud all over my kid's grapes. He was like, yeah, you sat in the front row of the mud show, you dumbass.
I was in the front row at SeaWorld and I got a little wet.
Yeah, you were in the mud show.
I was at Gallagher.
They did a little cats thing where they ran through the crowd too, and I was like, whoa. Mud is crazy.
They get everybody muddy.
They got a lot of people got muddy. I didn't.
I wouldn't allow that.
Don't get me
Don't get me fucking muddy.
I knock them out.
I will fuck.
There must be some drunk guy who punches them at least once over the course of the season.
Oh yeah.
No, but it's just these two toothless old men fighting. One of them was
Went from boys to old men.
One of them was probably 38, and then he's the boy.
Yeah.
And then the man was like, he was one of those guys who was like, you look like you're 65 and in better shape than I will ever be combined. And you're just throwing your buddy into mud.
So is the Ren Fair are they is everyone who's working at that Ren Fair, are they local or is it a traveling thing? Are they like carnies?
I think it's like statewide carnies and a little bit of traveling going on.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, it's weird. A lot of weirdos.
A lot of weirdos.
Because you got to do the whole Ren Fair. So if you're going to do the Ren Fair, every Saturday and Sunday in the summer, you're like in the past. You can't.
But what do you even, how well can that pay and how do you live during the rest of the week?
Oh, you can have like a bit, well, it's like theater people, but then also like I had a friend who I ran into there who her and her husband do like escape art stuff. So then they have a show the rest. So they do like 4 shows a day.
Yeah.
And like sell merch and shit. But then also there's people who are just like, I make leather goods and I've got a booth I got a store in the past.
I have a time traveling.
How do I get your stuff? You gotta go to the past. ass.
Well, first of all, you're gonna have to go back in my time
You
machine.
need a tunic. No, you buy shit, and then there's like 4 bars in there. What I was blown away by, it's this big property with all these like semi-permanent structures. And I'm like, well, what is this year round? What is this the rest of the year when it's not the Dire Wolf Tavern? What is the Viking bar when Pictus isn't playing 3 shows a day? No, but apparently they just do there's like a Viking fair. And then this one guy was like, also in Christmas they do Dickens. And then I was talking to this other guy, and I said, yeah, I heard there's a Viking fair and then a Christmas one. And the guy went, Viking's cool. That Christmas one sucks.
Well, it's cold and it's an outdoor event, I would imagine.
He made it sound like it's theater people all doing like living theater shit.
Oh, that sounds
Whereas
gross.
the Ren Fair, it's like you're just walking, everyone's just drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Ren Fair at night is starting to get scary.
I bet.
A bunch of drunk guys with swords.
Yeah, no, I would not, yeah. Bunch of, like a drunk pirate wandering
guy with the
around.
tunic.
Did you see any pirate people? Because sometimes pirates and Ren Fair like overlap, and it's like, I don't know if this is really the same era, but I'll give it to you.
Well, the Ren Fair
You
has
got a costume
schedule. There were some pirates and pirate vibes. Pirate vibes? A pirate playing vibes. No, but there's like themes. Like we were there on the worst theme. It was the only week we could go, but it was Christmas in July.
What?
Which it's like, who the fuck gives a shit about Renaissance Christmas? There's like a guy dressed up as the Grinch, and it's like those were it didn't exist back then.
So they even know about Jesus back then?
They knew about Jesus.
Did they?
I think so. Renaissance Fair schedule. No, they got like there's a pirate week. You can go pirate week.
That sounds like something some people I know would do.
Oh yeah.
I know some real dweebs.
No, I'm gonna try to be the
I know
village
some
idiot
people
next
who
year.
has a cutlass.
I wish I had a cutlass. No, they're a pirate.
Who looking to smoke some weed?
This is wild. It's pirate and children's weekend.
You can't have
Those should be as far away from each other as possible.
those are opposite ends of the calendar for sure.
It's none and horny S&M. No, there's steampunk weekend,
Gross. I'm avoiding that one.
Viking weekend.
Unless I want to just go and just be like, say something.
Unless you just want to go. Well, that's probably the one that smells the most like.
Yeah, that's true.
Like that's probably the most accurate smelling one. No, next week it's fools, villains, and heroes. So you could go as long as you find a hero.
Can I go dressed as Superman?
Roasted. Celtic weekend.
Really though, what is heroes? Can I go dressed as Superman or Batman?
That's a good question. It says we invite the mightiest heroes and heroines and gather the darkest villains and vixens. Oh, vixens. What are you doing next weekend?
Oh, squashing my tits
Come
together.
dressed in your best or most foolish, heroic villain finery for $2 off admission at the gate. Why didn't I get $2 off? I dressed like some fucking Hobbit guy. I just put a good thing over top.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
That's bullshit. No, we the Ren Fair, man. Where I'm from, they had like colonial fairs, so it'd be like apple butter type shit.
That
And
sounds
guys,
boring
like,
as shit.
It was very boring, and that's why I was like, "This is whack."
Yeah.
And
no, Ren Fair's fun. I'm not gonna shit on it. It is fun.
It was why this is my first time, and all I have to
Really?
say is I'm not getting a turkey leg next time. Other than that, I'm
no,
ready to
turkey
go.
legs are very overrated.
They're overrated, and also it's like, hey, we made 4,000 of these for the weekend, and they're all just in a case, and we're gonna just hand them out to people as a novelty. No one knows what to compare it to.
Yeah.
It's not like you're gonna go on Yelp and tell people to go to the other turkey leg place at the Ren Fair. Hey, if you get a turkey leg, don't get it from well, I think it all just comes from one big
Grog.
truck.
Don't get it from Grog's Tavern.
Yeah.
Maybe you should try.
Get it from the Twisted Thistle.
Yeah, there you
I
go.
got twisted at the Thistle.
Is that a T-shirt you bought?
No, that's the t-shirt I saw though. And Chad's like, how much of a drunk are you that you're like
I'm gonna buy
buying bar shirts
bar Ren
for
Fair merch.
Renaissance bar?
bar Ren Fair merch. No.
I'm a bar regular in the 1300s. No, you'd probably be hanging out at a Dire Wolf Tavern.
Is that where all the
You'd
cool
probably be
kids-
pretending like you're hanging out at the Viking Tavern, but they don't want you there.
They don't want you there.
Pictus would yell at you.
Why?
I don't know. At one point, I was looking at the sign, and I went, "Who's?" No one was playing, and Pictus was next, and I went, "Who's Pictus?" And then these two bald guys.
Pick this nut.
Two bald guys.
Pick this nut out your mouth.
These nuts. How small are their nuts? I'm picking them out. The issue is that they're hard to get to. I gotta pick them out.
It's stuck in between your teeth.
Yeah, I got a cavity, I guess. got a Celtic guy's ball in there. No, then these two fucking guys with beards and painted faces were like, Pictus's music. And I was like, okay, so you guys are Pictus. Okay,
Pictus is one of the baddest bands in all the lands.
No, Pictus was cool. It was just two drums and then a dude playing
two drums.
Two drums and a guy playing what's the thing in Corn? Bagpipe.
Lute.
No, bagpipe. They have a lute in Corn. Right now.
I don't think they have a bagpipe in fucking Corn.
Sometimes
either.
he plays bagpipes.
Really?
Yeah, like when they're playing like a golf course opening. Like a haggis festival.
What the fuck are you talking about?
The guy from Corn, he plays bagpipes. There's a song where it starts with bagpipes and then the drums come in.
Okay, so one song has bagpipes, and you decided that's a good example of bands with bagpipes?
Yeah, that's what came to mind.
Okay.
Well, what the two most famous
What about like
bands?
Dropkick Murphys, Flogging Molly,
They'd play them out as
the
a
obvious bagpipe
I would
bands?
say the most obvious.
There's no way
bagpipe
both
bands.
those bands don't have fucking bagpipes in their hits.
The biggest bagpipe bands are Korn. When Roddy Piper would play his own entrance music on his way to the ring. And then Dropkick Murphys.
All right, I'll take that.
And then a sheep that in a viral video that sat on a bagpipe.
How are we gonna go viral?
We crashed the stage for Pictus.
Is it still going on?
That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, you can go the next several weekends.
Oh, really?
I can't. I got plans. It's every Saturday and Sunday until like I think the beginning of August. But also a lot of the music is because there's like how many people do Renaissance Fair music?
There's probably about 8 of them.
Yeah, and they all just switch between the 4 bars.
Yeah.
Well, there's one guy who's clearly just doing folk punk
Yeah.
to the point where at one point he was just doing "Damn It" by Blink-182, and I was like, "Well, this." If you're a folk punk band, just get a residency at a Ren Fair. Like for there.
Yeah.
They're just gonna be, wow, you're so authentic.
Yeah, you can definitely whine at a Ren Fair. You can whine at the Dire Wolf
I
Tavern.
mean, this isn't Ren Fair music. You just sang about text messages.
She won't call me back.
No, someone did the Numa Numa song. One of the bands, remember that? The
Yeah.
Numa. Someone like this is when I was eating a turkey leg.
Yeah.
I was sitting in one of the great halls.
Just spit out the turkey.
And I was like, "What is this?"
What is this? I don't like this.
Yeah. No, but they have someone who's the village idiot, and I thought I ran into them, but then they were like, "I'm not an idiot. I'm they're like doing a bit."
Yeah.
And then I was like, "You're either a bad village idiot, or you're some other character I don't understand."
Or you're just a man dressed up.
No, it's like this lady with like a tag that said "not a goblin." And she had a tag that said "goblin," and then there's a handwritten thing above that said "not a goblin." I was like, "Are you the village idiot?" Because someone told me there is one, and I
Yeah.
was fascinated by that position.
Yeah.
And then she went, "No, I'm a I'm not a goblin." And I was like, "So you're telling me they hired someone to be not a goblin?" That's
your
a
job.
confusing character.
That's your job.
It makes more sense if you're a village idiot.
So are
than
you a
bad
walking
idiot.
riddle? Am I supposed
Yeah.
to figure this out or something?
Yeah, which that would be fun.
No, it wouldn't.
A walking riddle.
That sounds boring as shit.
And then people just go, "What are you?" And you go, "I am what a barrel is to a horse."
What is a
You're moving your arms in a weird way.
Oh, you want to hear about moving your arms a weird way?
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna tell you something, and I don't think you should take it the wrong way.
I won't.
But and I bet you've maybe heard it before. But I was talking to my lady. I've been meaning to tell you this.
Does she think I have a medical condition?
Yes.
A lot of people do.
She thinks she said she thought you had cerebral palsy.
Oh yeah. This guy in I can't remember. It's somewhere on the road, maybe like Louisiana or somewhere recently. But this guy was like, "You got something," and I was like, "No, I don't." And then he was like, "You definitely got something, man." I was like, "No, I don't." And then he's like, "I think it's crazy that you got something and you aren't even like using it. Like if I had something, I'd be like, Mister whatever guy, Mister Twitch man,
Mr. Palsy.
Yeah, I'd be like using it, and you out here, you're not even using it."
I got cerebral palsy.
And then I was like, "No, I just don't have anything."
Do you not see how I'm standing
I
normally
drank a
now?
Red Bull and I'm high.
Do you not see how now I'm like just kind of standing
Yeah.
here?
That was the other thing that was weird. Is I was like, I'm talking to you now off stage. It's like normal. It's like, no, you got something, man.
Yeah, no. She told me, she was like, because I guess she just like went to a comedy show once, and then like she came to a show that you were on that I was on too, and we were like driving home, and she was just like, "So, what's wrong with Dan?" I was like, "What are you talking about?" I was like, "Did you not like his jokes or something?" I was like, "Did he say something offensive?" And she's like, "No, like, what's wrong with him?" I'm like, "What are you talking about?" She's like, "He's just, the way he moves. Is he have like cerebral palsy?"
No, my current girlfriend looked when we first matched on the internet and started chatting. She looked me up and was like, "Oh, he does comedy," and she watched a video of me, and then she was like, "Okay, I guess he like has a, I guess
I'm gonna date.
I guess I'm going on a date with a disabled guy."
This is gonna be great points.
Yeah.
At least it'll be interesting.
Yeah.
I'll get to ask him questions about Michael J. Fox.
I should tell
I'm
people
sure they
I
all
got
know each
something.
other.
I'm Daniel J. Fox. I knew a kid named Michael J. Fox, and I was like, "Why the fuck don't you go by any other variation of your name?"
Just say Michael Fox.
Michael Fox, Mike J. Fox, Mike Fox. Like, there's so many options.
Go with Mike Fox.
You could even probably do like Michael, whatever the J stands for, Fox.
Yeah, Michael Johnson Fox.
Yeah, no one would. Yeah, but instead he's a young conservative.
Well, that's why he goes by that name.
I knew people in debate when I was like in high school, where I was like, "Why is this guy so uncool?"
Yeah.
And then you look back and you're like, "Oh, it makes sense that all the people who were uncool grew up to be like psycho or like state representative conservatives for like Ohio."
Oh, are they all? You know anybody in politics?
Well, like state politics.
That's politics.
Yeah, I guess I know a few. I don't know. I don't follow them enough.
You don't follow them on Twitter?
No. Let's see what Niraj is up to. Niraj Antani.
Don't
Up, he pops right up. Ohio State Senator.
What's his platform like?
Republican Party. Niraj Antani. Why'd I call him Niraj? It's a cooler name. Man, imagine this. You're in 2009 and you're going to Ohio State with a bat for political science and you're like a Republican. I'm surprised he didn't drown in pussy.
Well, he doesn't want to drown in pussy. He's looking for his wife.
I love this. There's no photo on him for his Wikipedia page. He's just a state
He's got a Wikipedia page?
Yeah, he's a state senator. No mention of me. No
Once
mention
debated,
of was occasionally messed with in debate conferences by Dan
who
Alton.
once debated comedian Dan Alton.
And then it's comedian, a citation needed after it, and Dan Alton is in red, and then when you click to it, it's clear that there has been a page created and deleted multiple times. No, that's great. So he has that, and then he has controversy section. Which, how are you a state senator with controversy?
Yeah. What are the controversies?
In 2018, he made headlines by appearing to suggest that students who are over the age of 18 should be allowed to bring rifles to school in their
Well, why
cars.
shouldn't they?
The following, this is almost even worse.
Like over their shoulder, like a cowboy?
Yeah, if you're over 18, you should also be able to smoke cigarettes and fuck.
like, Like, if you're 18 in algebra, you should honestly be able to light up like a nice
If you're
Marlboro
18,
Red.
you should be able to fuck your professor.
Yeah, duh.
No, but this is my favorite part. The following day, after substantial press, Niraj backtracked and said that he did a poor job stating his position.
What was his position? What? How?
That's
what?
even
It
worse,
was
though.
do a good job.
That's even
Do a good job of stating the
Yeah,
position.
exactly. Like, that's even worse.
Why don't you? All right, fine. You did a bad
Sorry, I
job.
played fast and loose with my words on my whole 18-year-old high school kids with guns point.
Why don't you say that again?
Yeah.
Explain to us in a different way why 18-year-olds should be allowed to bring rifles to school.
Absurd.
Do it correctly this time, though. What a moron.
Oh wow, he made he's tied to a Generation Now, a sham organization.
Yeah.
That Generation Now?
I've seen their videos before.
Oh, really?
I haven't really, like, watched them. I've seen them.
In 2015, he was added to Forbes' list of 30 under 30 for law and policy.
Law and
For
policy?
both. I think if they combined into one list. It's like country and western. Jazz and blues.
R&B and hip-hop.
R&B and reggaeton. We got smooth sounds of R&B and also reggaeton. So you're gonna hear like "Let's Get It On," and then you're gonna hear like "Boom, chaboom, chaboom, chaboom."
Chapo, chapa, papa, tito.
No, I went stripped down. I one time
And fucked
front-
Renaj
Niraj,
Hampton or
I didn't
whatever
fuck
his
him. I
name
did
is.
strip down. It's funny. His name's Niraj. Niraj Antani, which is like a weird name. Kind of reminds me of our friend Renan Hirschberg.
Yeah.
And that's a weird name, a lot of syllables. And then you look at him and you're like,
Oh, that's
is
what this
there a
person
dad?
looks like?
Is there a mom similar? What's going on here?
That's a very odd-looking person.
Oh, yeah.
He looks so old.
And that kid out there is like a 2006 Republican.
That's disgusting.
He's out there as a kid 2006. In 2006, you're a kid, and you're like, George W. Bush is cool.
I love it. He's rad.
It's like, don't you know how funny The Daily Show is, you idiot?
Yeah, did you not listen to American Idiot?
Yeah, exactly. Do you not, not know about American Idiot? But can't you just see this guy wanting to play the movie game in a different life?
It looks like he wants to write for the... It looks like Bruce Valanche's son.
Yeah. No, me and that guy, I one time, him...
Beat him up.
Yeah.
Just
Punch him
beat
in
the
face.
shit out of him.
No, I would just like strip down and like do dances on him in public. I only did that
What
once.
do you mean by stripped down?
Well, one time they're doing the big, this was a high school like debate conference of like Ohio and like Northern Kentucky and like West Virginia and somewhere else. I think maybe like Eastern Pennsylvania, and then or Western Pennsylvania. It's Eastern Pennsylvania. A bunch of Philly kids driving 6 hours to do a debate in a high school gym. Yo, we went so fucking far. Hey, why don't you wow about it? And they're like, is that a wow joke?
Yeah.
Like, how'd you know about that? I'm gonna travel in the future.
In the future, I travel.
In the future, I know local American culture. Nah, man, but it was, so we're all there, and then they're doing like a talent, or we're gonna do like a talent show thing before the whatever the fuck. So it's like 150 kids, and then my buddy was like the governor, and then Niraj was like basically the losing governor at the time. It was
Okay.
like, so it was the two of them, and then I was like, all right, my talent show thing is I'm gonna read some writing that I wrote.
Oh, no.
And then I read it. It was a Cosmo, or some. It's probably Cosmo. It's some sex magazine. And
Yeah.
I just read the like sexy story.
Yeah.
But I just made it about.
Cosmo is known for its sexy stories,
Yeah.
but go on.
But I made it about the two people
Yeah.
who they didn't get along.
Okay.
And so it's like a young 17-year-old lady and a young 17-year-old boy.
And you're writing
And
about
I'm
them
like,
having sex.
I was just in public going, here's how they had sex with each other. And then right before it got to them actually becoming intimate, I went, this is getting hot. And then I ripped my clothes off
Nice.
to reveal tiny short shorts that one of the girls in our team had given me.
Nice.
And then I danced up on Niraj.
And how did he feel about that?
He, I think, was like upset and ran away.
He didn't get hard?
And no, he probably did.
Well, of course. That's why he's upset.
Generation now, he's got a boner.
Generation now, more like Generation
Now
Wow.
probably scouted him at one of those events.
Yeah.
And they were like, it's either going to be this young boy from outside Cleveland or this fat, chubby boy from Central Ohio.
This fat, chubby boy with a chub.
And then they just see me being like, we can't go to the moon. You're staying on a piece of cheese, you'll melt through it. And like, all right, we're going to go with the other guy.
The other guy seems like a better
We're
choice.
going to go with this Republican Indian boy.
I don't quite know why, but the other guy seems like a better choice.
Yeah. We should get into high school debate now.
I would love to.
That would be very fun.
I got into a guy that I got into an argument
And here
with
for
one
secondary
time.
remarks, Eric.
I was talking to this guy that I'd gotten into an argument with once, and he was like, "Hey, by the way, I just want to let you know that, like, that was probably stupid. I didn't really need to argue with you about that." I was like, "Thanks, man." And he was like, I was in debate team when I was in high school, so like I just get into arguments, and I was like, "Oh yeah, whatever, man." I was like, "Yeah, I should have been in debate too. I really like arguing." And he was like, "You weren't in debate?" I was like, "That must be nice." I was like, I guess my argument skills are enough that I have.
You seem like someone who learned how to communicate in high school. You seem like someone who has the communication skills in high school. I'm shocked.
I can't believe it. Yeah. You're not very intellectually secure.
You're this stuck up and you didn't even do debate?
What?
What?
You're just an ass?
You're just overly confident in your point? You don't even agree with it?
You didn't know no one had to teach you this?
Yeah, what the fuck?
You're a naturally arrogant person? I had to be taught this. I had to learn how to be this fucking
A psycho
arrogant.
adult had to coach me.
God damn, you would have been a legend.
Yeah. No, my debate shit was too free flow. I didn't do debate. I did fake government. Fake Congress, basically.
Yeah.
So it's like, so there's none of that. Like, we didn't have teachers in charge. Like, I was just in charge as a high school kid of, like, all of us going to, like, D.C. But, like, no,
how
it's
many
nuts.
people died in the course of that?
Nobody. But at the time, I was proud because I was like, oh, we brought these two freshmen who are party rascal gals, always getting in trouble.
You're just trying to get
And
laid.
they didn't do anything bad. I'm proud of myself as a high school kid in charge of other high school kids. And then years later, my friend Hannah and my friend Carl were both like, oh yeah, we were like fucking fucked up in the hotel room. And Carl's like, well, now I'm 30 and it's funny. I'm like, you're crazy.
All right, bring us home.
We gotta get, yeah, so we'll go to do debates. You pro or con?
Pro.
Oh. Why? I disagree.
I think I should be pro because I'm very good at defending my own actions. And I do many bad things, and I've never gotten into a whole lot of trouble.
Do you think
so
for
I
this-
think that I would be able to effectively argue almost any point.
Do you think for like state high school debates, they're like, we invite everyone. We say everyone's in.
Yeah.
And then when you get there and you go to register, we go, you're not on the list. And then we see what they do. If they're like, we have this letter that says we are on the list, then you're like, all right, you made it.
You got me. You're in,
Some
baby.
school that goes, ah, dang. Well, kids, we gotta go home.
Well,
It's like you weren't cut out for it.
Georgia High, we're all getting back on the bus
Georgia
and turning
High.
around.
That's funny though. They're like, we're gonna have a bunch of 14 to 18-year-olds going to a building. What should
Yeah.
be the most common word we use? How about hi?
Hi.
What's next? We're gonna rename junior high school the fingering school because it's like a finger on a hand.
Virgin Academy.
Yeah. Well, for you, that'd be college. Oh!
Hey! All right.
End the show on a lie. It's going to end up in your Wikipedia.